Good morning, everyone. It's Mr. Myers. I hope you're all doing well today. We'll be doing our quiz. So yesterday, sorry about getting the video out late. I tried to do a virtual gallery walk where I walked around the room with a phone, but I couldn't get the video to get to the computer, so I could edit it in. So I'll figure that out though, and we'll make things a little more interesting in the future. But make sure you do this checklist, just that you've already watched the day 6 video, you've done the practice, turned it in. Make sure that you check this here, that you've done that. Also make sure that you do 5.1 day 7 video and the virtual gallery walk that you've turned it in. And then also like corrections to all 5.1 practices, these ones we did before distance learning. So if you can make sure that you have those, look those over. And then once you've done these things, make sure you got paper, pen or pencil, doesn't matter what you use. And then you can start the quiz. So in the next slide here, just remember these things. Working hard on the quiz and you'll do well. Return to problems you left for later. Make sure you circle your answers so that I can tell like what your answer is. Make sure that your work is original. Academic honesty still is applying, obviously, in distance learning. I mean, it'd be really obvious if you sent the same picture to somebody else or whatever it may be. I will be looking at the work just like normal. Each problem will be worth 5 points, and I'll be looking to see that like what you understood when you were doing the problem. And then when you take a photo of your quiz, make sure there's plenty of light and check your photo before submitting it, just so that I can see that I can just see what the work is, because I'll be looking at the at your work on the photo. So just make sure that you can read everything that is on there. So there is an attachment of a PDF for this quiz, but I'm also just going to show it in the video here too as well, because I don't know, it depends on what device you're using to whether you can see the PDF or not. So when we look at the first question here, I mean, just make sure you have your name on there. The date and period don't necessarily matter. But again, each problem's worth 5 points. So in the first one, using the graph, you're going to determine the number and multiplicity of real and unreal zeros when n equals 5 on the graph, and then you'll explain why in the space provided. So explain why something has a multiplicity, explain why something may be real or unreal. And then you can pause it, work out the problem. The next questions, 2 and 3, you're writing the equation of a polynomial. In number 2, n equals 3. In number 3, n equals 4. Remember to fully write out the equation. And again, show all your work to receive credit for these ones. In question number 4, graph the function and explain the x-intercepts of the graph in the space provided. So first graph the function, and then next to after your graph, then write out what each of those x-intercepts are. So explain what they are in that space provided. And then in this last question, graph the function, and you're going to explain the n behavior in the space provided. So talk about where the graph goes as x gets larger, where the graph goes as x gets smaller. And then why do you know those things? So this is a pretty short video. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you all do well.